Vijay Mallya likes to blame everyone but himself, and his favorite pastime is blaming the government, which in any case has given him too much of a long rope. Tonight, Parvez Damania is actually former, besides being an aviation entrepreneur, has been former executive director of Kingfisher Airlines. Thank you, Parvez Damania ji, for coming. Also with us tonight is Ajay Prakash, who's immediate past president of the Travel Agents Federation of India. In the past, you have actually been, I wouldn't say soft, but you have given him a long rope. Tonight, I'm going to ask you whether your rope has run out. And I hope you do some candid talking tonight. Don't hold yourself back. Also tonight, my first question is to Anjan Kumar Deveshwar, who is a senior engineer of Kingfisher Airlines. And Anjan joins us today along with several other employees of Kingfisher Airlines who are there with him. Anjan, I want you, if Vijay Mallya is watching this program tonight, which I hope he is, wherever he is, in London or Paris, as I hear, what would you like to tell him today about what the employees of this airline are going through?
Arnav, I would like to appeal to Mr. Vijay Mallya that he has sent numerous mails saying that we are his family. How he can desert us? If we are his family, how he can leave his son and daughters and sisters like that? And we are not asking for anything illegal. It's only just the salary which we have worked for 8 months, and we have supported the airline for last 1 year.
How have you
money? It's how promises.
Tell me, what is it that makes you still work for Kingfisher Airlines? You have not been paid. Your management is taking you for a ride in many people's points of view. Your dues are not cleared. Every time you come and negotiate and they offer you a pittance, why are you still working for this airline?
It is our loyalty, because we have been given promises and hope that this airline would revive, and Mr. Mallya himself has sent a mail saying that we will be rewarded. So are we paid or taken for granted for our loyalty?
What do you mean rewarded? What do you mean rewarded?
That's why.
Yeah.
In one of his mail, he has written like that.
Okay, 1 second.
If you remain with me, you all people will.
What, Anjan, hold on 1 minute. Parvez Damania wants to say something. Yes, go ahead, Parvez.
See, today, these people are all technically qualified people. And an aircraft technician who's been working for 7 years as an aircraft technician is to no other job but to work for an aircraft aviation company.
Yes.
These are not salespeople or marketing people where they can go easily.
They're specialized jobs.
A girl who's got a job after passing 12th and has worked 8 years in air hostess, where would she get a job? So these people do not have that much option to just leave and walk away and go. They are just living on...
What should Vijay Mallya do?
No, Vijay Mallya should confront the employees.
Confront them or
no, he should
address them?
No, he should meet them, look them in the eye. If he has a problem, he should explain the realities of the problem. Talk to them, but just not coming in front of them is antagonizing the problem further and further, I think.
He's avoided the media for far too long, Ajay.
No,
has your rope run out now?
No, it's not a question of a rope running out. See, the issue over here, and that comes across very clearly from what Anjan is saying. There's a set of people who've believed in this airline. There's a certain set of people who've gone along with this airline, people who worked for this airline for 7 months without a salary. Now, surely, there's something that is owed to them. I mean, the person who runs this airline, Dr. Vijay Mallya, needs to come and talk to these people. He is the brand. It's not anybody else. He is the brand. He is the person these people believed in. I think it is incumbent upon him to talk to them directly, to be able to address the issues, to talk to the person whose wife committed suicide.
Absolutely.
The other day. Sheer humanity demands this. And I think that there's no escaping that.
Absolutely there isn't. Well, Anjan, I want you to stay on today. I also want you to tell me, there are a lot of people with you, right, out there? There are a lot of people I see around you, Anjan.
Yes, sir.
They are Kingfisher Airlines employees?
Right, and they are talking with... Definitely, they are Kingfisher employees, and they are all victims like us.
It's absolutely shocking, Anjan. I mean, what can I say there? You are actually today, you and your fellow colleagues are a symbol of Indian professionalism, and Vijay Mallya ought to recognize that. We're going to come back to this. Now, 1 minute, Anjan, before I come back to you, my question here is, The system allowed this rot to set it, didn't it, Mr. Damania?
Yes.
The system allowed Vijay Mallya to get away for so long. Why was his license not suspended earlier? Let's go to the brass tacks today.
No, let me tell you one thing. His license was not suspended because over a period of time he kept proving to the DGCA that technically there was nothing wrong with the airline. See, the DGCA is not required to check on the financial aspect. But he proved to the DGCA over a period of meetings that everything was all right. As far as the
when the auditor sent a report that its net worth had been completely eroded, don't you think at that point the DGCA should have done something?
No, according to what I understand, the DGCA has nothing to do with the financial aspect. But
Okay,
what
fine.
is wrong is how did the banks keep supporting the airline to a point where the net worth was going down?
No, but from early this year, salaries of staff were not paid.
Since 7 months.
Since 7 months. He kept talking about bringing in funds. By end June, early July, the bankers reached the end of their patience. There was talk of selling all the non-core assets, including his house in Kingfisher House in Mumbai, a bungalow in Goa, owned by Mallya. Even then, the DGCA did nothing.
But what is the value of the bungalow in Goa and the Kingfisher House? Worth nothing.
So now let me come to the key point. When there was a report that the DGCA chief, Bharat Bhushan, was asking for Kingfisher to be given a notice asking why its license should not be cancelled. Why was he sacked? Why was he sacked?
No, first of all, I want to tell you one thing. Right now, the problem, this closure of airline has come because the engineers and pilots refuse to sign the aircrafts and fly the aircrafts. The poor ground staff, security staff and office staff even today is attending office every day. So, and another thing I want to bring it to your notice is Kingfisher employed a lot of foreign personnel outside India. In every country, because of the very strict rules and regulation of that country, every employee that was employed in the other countries were cleared of, all their salaries were paid, and including 1 month notice period was given.
I take your point.
That is because laws in London, Singapore are more strict.
No, I'm asking you, why did a DGCA chief get the boot when he asked tough questions to Vijay Mallya? The point is, the system allowed Mallya to happen. Mr. Ajay Pai, the system allowed him to happen. The system allowed this mess to come to this point.
But isn't that typical of the Indian systems? However, that's a large systemic issue. What needs to be understood is a person who is running a very successful business. The liquor business is hugely successful. When things are going wrong, I mean, there should have been alarm bells ringing on this airline a long time ago. If for 7 years from the day of its inception, this airline has not made money, if you have a situation where statutory dues have not been paid, where TDS deducted from employees, where TDS deducted from agents' commissions has not been paid. Now,
why did the government not take him on at that point of time? No. But what did the government say? In November last year, the Prime Minister said, the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said that the government will find ways to get Kingfisher Airlines out of trouble. At that point of time, Vayala Ravi seemed to distance himself from any bailout.
Right.
My question to you is, sir, why did the government even say that at that point of time? It's a private airline.
Yes.
So you were pampering, a child who got his business all wrong.
But Arnab, what has happened is that traditionally, since Air India used to be the flag carrier, Indian Airlines used to be the flag carrier, there's been a soft corner for aviation in this country.
Soft corner?
Yes, there has been.
Was there a soft corner for Parvez Damania?
Now,
one second. Let's go.
Let's ask Parvez Damania.
Was there a soft corner for you?
There was no soft corner at all. Rules were very tough. Rules were very clear. And if somebody didn't play the ball and didn't meet the DGCA requirement, the license was suspended or closed down. So the government should have acted long time before. The banks should have acted a long time ago. And even today, what is worrying me is this: the banks, Mallya owes banks this kind of money. How are they going to recover the money? There are no assets, and an airline is not it's like a factory. There's plant, there's machinery, there's equipment, there's nothing there.
No, but who allowed Mallya to make himself a hero? Why are we running away from that moot point, sir? Who allowed Mallya to become a hero? He blamed everybody. He blamed the government. He said, you're not opening up the aviation sector. That's why I'm in such a mess. The Prime Minister came and said, we'll try and find ways to get Kingfisher Airlines out of trouble. The PSU banks treated him like he was the chosen person. Like he was, what was the share price which they bought it at? They bought the share price at 64.48 when the share price of that day was 39.90. Right. I want to ask you tonight, I want to actually ask our guest out there, our panelist out there, Anjan Kumar Deveshwar. Anjan, do you think this whole thing could have happened without everybody being a part of the problem? Kingfisher Airlines has happened because the entire government came forth. The private sector, the public sector banks
Definitely
bailed out. They used taxpayer money to allow this entire situation to build up. And today, Vijay Mallya doesn't feel answerable to Anjan Kumar Deveshwar out there. Yes, Anjan.
Yes, I fully agree with you. It's not only Mr. Mallya who is responsible for this. It is a collective failure of banks to regulate and DGCA to regulate. Civil Aviation Ministry has also failed to monitor the condition. Even Labour Ministry has failed. How they can, a member of Parliament who is supposed to lead by an example, he is not paying his employees and nobody is raising a voice. If this happens in this country, then what type of example is going to set?